Guys, welcome back again to my YouTube channel. I hope you had a lovely day yesterday. You had a good one at that. I also did have a good day yesterday. Though as I told you, I've been a bit busy, but then thank God at least now yeah we are doing it now. The last stretch, we are doing the stretch. To all those that pray for me, give God a congratulations, because at least I've not had a major attack. At least I've not had a major attack. It has just been a bit minimal, because the major ones normally give me this. My body becomes sickly. My body basically becomes sickly. My body becomes, I feel like vomiting. I feel like I lose sleep. Losing sleep. I'm just in bed. You want to sleep again, but then you cannot sleep. Then I bite my tongue. Then after biting my tongue, basically I do I do everything that is odd. Basically I do everything that is odd. So to all that pray for me, thank you so much. Keep on praying, because it is something I fight daily, as I told you. Keep on praying, because it is something I fight daily, but then by God's grace we conquer it. And we remain with the positivity. And as I told you, to be young, it requires a bit of to be guided, which I'm normally. As I told you, no man is an island, so I do have people that guide me. I do have people that normally come and they guide me, and they give me the encouragement. They come, they guide me, they give me the encouragement, giving me the encouragement. We soldier on. I pray for myself, they pray for me, my mom and dad prays for me. We soldier on. So keep on praying for me. Let's fight this battle. So keep on praying for me. Let's fight this battle. So keep on praying for me. Let's fight this battle. And let it just, and for God to just calm the sea. For God to just calm the situation at hand, so that when I go to see the neurosurgeon on the 17th of November, at least we have a permanent solution. So to every person that is new, you can go, you see the reason why I opened this YouTube channel. You can go, you see the reason why I opened this YouTube channel. You can go and see the reason why I opened this YouTube channel. And after you've seen, then now keep on encouraging yourself that you can be living with something. But so long as you're being encouraged, so long as you've got a good support system, so long as you have good people that are of value, and you're being supported by both your parents, you're being supported by both your siblings, you can conquer it. And you can lead a normal you can lead a normal life. If I've done it, you can also do it. If I've done it for the years that I've been battling this, you can also do what? You can also do it. You can also do what? You can also do it. So yeah. So now, as I told you, I am a media student, so of which I normally check everywhere. I normally do check everywhere basically to see what the latest update, the everything. I normally do check everything. So of which I have recently decided, let me check why do people detest whom we call Obina, whose government names are Stephen Thompson Magana. Why do people detest him so much? Yet the guy has put a mark. He has already put a mark. Even if he did some things that I believe he regrets to do, but then at least now he's a father. So for Obina, I was like, why do people detest him this much? Then I got to know that Obina, when he was in his 20s, he did something we call sex. He did what we call sex. He did what we call sex, of which each and every lady he did with, they gave him, each and every lady gave him a child. So after each and every lady giving him a child, now in his 30s, having established himself, now he decided that let me take care of this mess that I've done. Because if I don't take care of my children, they're going to ask me later when they are all grown. When they are all grown up, they're going to ask me later, Daddy, why did you not take care of us? Yes, you did a mistake, but then, Daddy, why did you not take care of us? So that's the reason why I decided, let me see, of which now I realized also he's also being accused that he did something with what we call Karusoni. For the people that normally come to the social media platforms to see what is trending, what all the updates. For the people that normally check YouTube, you can go, you see what they did with Karusoni, of which now it is like he's having another child with Karo. With who? With Karusoni. So I'm going to say this. So, and then I get to the comments. The comments are saying that, Obina, why did you do this? Why do you like to have all the baby mamas? Why do you like to do all this? Why do you like to do with each and every person you see, you do sex? Let me tell you, my friend. Let me give you my story. So me now, I'm called Miriam Njeri Mwangi. But then Miriam Njeri Mwangi has not been my path in life has not been the straight one. It has had its ups and downs. And note this, when I was in high school, because I told you I'm now picking the pieces. Now in my youth, in my youthful days. Now in my mid-20s is when I'm picking the pieces. Is when I'm picking the pieces. Is when I'm picking the pieces. Is when I'm picking the pieces, because I do not want when I become mature. When I become a mature adult, I do not want later I come and say that I regret doing what I did. So basically, Marianne, these ones I did what we call, when I was in primary school, when we were testing some, because we never used to live. We have lived in rental houses. We have lived in rental houses for some time before we started to live where we live now. Before we started to live where we live now. So in a plot, the plot that we lived with and the people that we lived with, I remember there's this friend of mine who was a boy then, who told me that, Marianne, come we try to see what this sex is. Come we try to see what this sex is. So I told the guy, okay, let me come. So we tried with the guy. By God's grace, I did not become pregnant. By God's grace, I did not become pregnant. By God's grace, I did not become pregnant because I realized later I was doing what we call masturbation. I was doing what we call masturbation. So later on, I went to God and told him that, you know what, God, I did this when I was in primary, and sometime later when I'm in secondary, I was not that sharp in school. So I remember when we were doing tuition, then during the holidays, back in 2016, I remember, I remember with the person that we were doing tuition, also the guy told me once again, Marianne, come we test again. Then I refused. I refused the guy completely because I told God that, now you know what, God, I could have been pregnant then when I was in primary. I could have been pregnant then when I was in primary. So keep me with the purity. Keep me with the purity until I get married. Keep me with purity until I get married. Keep me with purity until I get married. But then I used to do, then when I'm in high school, I'm not going to say that I regret being given a phone, then, because I remember I did not study, because I'm not going to say that I regret being given a phone, but then then on I was disciplined. I was disciplined by both my mom and my dad, because they were seeing as if I'm going to destroy what? I'm going to destroy my destiny. They were seeing as if I'm going to destroy what? I'm going to destroy my destiny. So little did I know that with all being given a phone you're being given a phone at 15 years. You're being given a phone at 15 years. You're not studying. You're being given a phone at 15 years. You're not studying. You cannot concentrate. During the holidays, they tell you to concentrate on they tell you to do your holiday homework, then I tell you to study, but then you do not want, because then we were told, if you remember, in a biology class, we were told that normally the adolescent stage normally come when you were either 14 or 15. So mine came a bit early. So my puberty age came a bit early, but then on I started. I became an adolescent. I became an adolescent. I do not say. I'm not going to say that I regret. I'm not going to say that I regret. But then, if 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 someone would have told, if someone that would have told me that you're going to be picking the pieces when you are a youth, I would say you're lying to me. I would say you're doing what? You're lying to me. But then that's the reason why I normally say that choices do have their consequences. So with the guys that when I was being given that phone, I remember I used to do what we call sexting. To the people that know what that means, to the people that know what sexting is, you're texting a boy, but then instead of chatting with a boy, now you decide when you are chatting, you do what then? You do the sex. You do what then? You do what we call sex. You do the sex when you're chatting. So we did that. I did that back in 2015. I did it in 2016. Now 2017. Picture this: you're coming to do your Form 4 exams, and yet you're not prepared. You're not prepared. Then on, I wanted to become a lawyer. Then on, I wanted to become a lawyer. But then, you cannot become a lawyer with the grades that I got. You cannot become a lawyer with the grades that I got. So that's the reason why I repeated a class. I repeated Form 4 2018. At least then I got a better grade. But then now it resulted me to now start from the ground, for the level of being at the ground. Now picture this: each and every person that we were doing with KCSE then has passed. Each and every friend of mine has passed. Each and every classmate of mine has passed. Each and every classmate of mine has passed. But then Marianne has done what? Marianne has failed. Marianne has done what? Marianne has failed. So what does Marianne do? Marianne now decides that Marianne decides now to spend time on her own, so that she can know the purpose that she was created for. So slowly by slowly, that's the reason why I'm going to tell a youth outside there that has not yet reached to their 20s. I need to tell a youth outside there that has not yet reached to their 20s. Please, don't do any relationship that you're not prepared. Don't do any relationship that you're not prepared. Don't do any relationship that you're not prepared yet. Because that relationship is going to hurt you. It is going to hurt you. Don't do any relationship that you're not yet prepared. And if you can get people that are going to guide you, the better. And if you can get people that are going to guide you, the better. Because I've got, as I told you, I'm a media student, of which I like to see the social media platforms. What are people? What are people doing? What are people saying? And the majority of the celebrities that we see, majority, some of them, in fact, they are not. I'm not going to say that they regret. I'm not going to say that they regret, but some of them say that it is better to be guided. It is better to be guided as a young person. It is better to be guided as a young person than not to be guided. It is better to be guided and to be shown the things to do. And once you find yourself in a situation or in a crisis, you do what? You come, you consult. You consult to a mature person and you tell the person, I've done this and this. Can you show me if I've done something wrong? Can you show me if I've done something wrong? Can you show me if I've done something wrong? And the person will show you. So, and the person will do what? The person will show you. That's the reason why I'm going to tell. That's the reason why I'm going to tell a person that has not yet married. That's the reason why I'm going to tell a person that has not yet married, or does not have a boyfriend, or does not have a boyfriend, and you are a mature adult. Don't rush. Don't rush to do it. Don't rush to get married. Because as I told you, God will not come at your home where you live alone. God will not come at your doorstep and tell you that you have to do it. God will not come and do that. Let the society talk. Let the society talk. But you have a decision. You own your decision. Own your decision. Own your decision. Because I came to realize that as an adult, now the decisions are yours. As an adult, now the decisions are yours. As an adult, I came to realize that now the decisions are yours. They're no longer for the society or for your parents. They're no longer for your parents or the society. The decisions are yours. Especially if you know you are a firstborn. Especially if you know you are a firstborn and you have not yet gotten married. Have a firm decision. Have a firm decision. Because picture this. You could be a mature adult. You could be a mature adult. And then you say that I did what? I did get a job. I did get a job in an organization, in any field of work now. And I would wish to do what? To go back to school. To go back to school to study again. And picture this. Probably you studied when you were young. Probably you studied when you were young. Probably you studied when you were young. So if you studied when you were young, then now as a mature adult, you have realized again you want to study again, and you have not yet gotten married. Don't go to that covenant if you know you're not going to be having time. You're not going to be having time to become a homeowner. You're not going to be having time to become a homeowner, because you cannot picture this. You cannot do, Because picture this, you cannot if you do not know how to balance, one thing is going to be a mess. One thing is going to be a mess. And remember, as a lady, you're the home owner. Yani, you're taking care of each and every member of your family. You're taking care of your husband, you're taking care of your children, and then you're making the home. And then you're making the home. And then you're making the home. And a couple of people that are married, that have gone back to school, they will tell you it is never easy. It is never easy to study when you are already married, or when you are already married and you've got children. It is never easy because you have to balance. Your children require attention. Your children require attention. Your husband also wants attention. And yet, probably, you've been given what? An assignment to do. So now, what do you do? What do you do if you're not sharp to balance? What do you do if you're not sharp to balance yourself? See, one thing is going to be a mess. So one thing is going to be a mess. But if you can, you get married, then you get the children. But if you can, you get married, then you get the children. And you get the children, then you go back to school. Then you get the children, then you go back to school. Then you see that you can balance. Well and good, you do it. But if you know you cannot balance, this, the equation, then my friend, don't get married. Because one thing is going to be a mess. And you know, and then later on, I came to realize that being an adult, it is now you. It is now you to decide. It is now you to decide if you are ready to come and withstand another partner that could be you do not like how they are behaving. You probably do not like to, you like your own space. Probably you like your own space. You like to do to work alone. You like to work alone. When you are studying, probably you like to study alone. When you are staying, probably you like to stay alone. Basically you like to do your stuff when you are alone. Yes, you are a social person. Yes, you are a kind person. Yes, you are a mature person. Yes, you are a lovely person. Yes, you are a friendly person. But then, when it comes in the matters of now staying, you like your own space. You like when you leave work, for example. You go home. After when you reach home, you go. If you're that kind of person that once you reach home, you shower direct. Yes, you change, you shower direct, then you cook. Then after cooking, you start to eat. At a certain time, you start to eat. At a certain time, now you want to watch your television. There are movies that you like. Then at a certain day, if you're not going to work probably, and you got some stuff to do, you want that day, you come, you organize your house, you clean your house, you do everything in your house. Then later on, if you are still a student, then later on, if you have a class, you do what? You enter the class. Then after entering the class, after entering the class, you do the class, and probably you're those kind of people that loves to study overnight. You love to do what? Yes, you like watching the television, but then you love to do what? You love to study overnight. You love to study overnight. Those kind of people that love to do what? Love to study overnight, because probably you are a what? You are a night person. Probably you are a night person. You work well at night, and everybody is now when everybody is sleeping, everybody is now preparing to go to bed. Everybody is basically doing everything that a person does after work. So don't you see that now, once you enter the institution of marriage, don't you see that you're going to mess yourself up? Don't you see that you're going to mess yourself up? Don't you see you're going to mess yourself up? That's the reason why I'll keep on insisting, and I'll keep on telling you, don't do it if you know you're not ready. You're not yet ready. Don't do it. It is better you continue doing your routine than someone else comes and shows you, than someone else comes and tells you that now because you've become my wife, or you've become my husband, you have to prepare. You have to do what? Remember, Christ normally says that a husband should love the wife as he did the church, and a wife should submit to the what? To the husband. And a wife should do what? Should submit to the husband. And as I told you, marriage is not an easy covenant. It is not an easy covenant. So if you know you are not yet married, don't rush. Don't rush. But then if you know you are ready, well and good. You go get married and prepare. If you are a lady, prepare to submit. If you are a man, prepare to love your wife, just as Christ did. Just as Christ did what? Just as Christ did. And then remember, God will not come and judge you and tell you you did not get married. He's not going to come and judge you with that. He's not going to come and judge you with that. In fact, the thing is going to ask you, when you reach home, he's going to ask you, I gave you this task. What did you do with it? I gave you a talent. What did you do with it? I gave you an ability. What did you do with it? I gave you a purpose. What did you do with it? I gave you this. What are you going to answer him? How are you going to answer him? So, better be careful when you decide you want to get married. Better be careful when you decide you want to get married. So, basically, that's just that. A couple of you are going to say, why should we listen? She's not yet married. Why should we listen? She's not yet married. As I told you once in a video that I shot, I think 2 weeks ago or 1 week ago. As I told you, I'm a very intrusive person. I'm a very intrusive person. And as I told you, before I trust you to give you something that probably I suffer from, before I trust you to give you something that probably I suffer from, I will have to study you. I'll have to study you. And I will do it slowly. And I'm not going to come to your inbox and tell you I'm studying you. I'm not going to come to your inbox and tell you that I'm studying you. Because I know I will not graduate when I study. When you study a person, you will not graduate then. But then, I'll do it slowly. Slowly by slowly. Then finally, when you show me the real you, then I entrust you with some information. Then I find out you opened up to one of my enemies. My friend, I never trust you with anything. My friend, I never trust you with anything. Because remember, as I told you, there's a saying that says that no man is an island. But then you cannot trust everybody. But then you cannot trust anybody. Even if you're normally told, even if the word of God tells us that you should love our enemies, you cannot trust anybody. Because we are normally, there's a Swahili saying that says kikulacho kinguoni mwako, meaning that the person that is going to eat you is probably your relative, a family member. Probably the person that is going to eat you is probably a friend of yours, a family member, a relative. So you better be careful. When you trust someone. Better be careful. Better do some maths before you trust someone. Better do some maths before you trust someone. Better do some maths. Because remember, forgiveness is not a reconciliation, but and even if the word of God encourages us to do it 77 times 7 times, there are people that do not deserve to be welcomed again into your space. See the person sell you. Why are you inviting the person again? If the person sold you, why are you inviting the person again? See the person sold you, why are you inviting the person again? Because remember the Swahili saying says what? Kikulacho kinguoni mwako. And remember, if a person trusts you to give you some information, there's also another Swahili saying that says, mgema akisifiwa, tembo ulitia maji. Don't be a mgema that is being given all the praises, that is being trusted by someone or a young person like me, I trust you with some information, then you then you sell me out. Don't be that. Don't be a mugema. Don't be a mugema. Because let me tell you, my friend, once you become a mugema, once you become a mugema, that young person will not trust you any longer. Once you become a mugema, that young person will not trust you any longer. In fact, that young person, yes, they're going to be saying hi to you, but that young person will put some boundaries. That young person will put some boundaries. And yet, probably, recently, you clocked your 40s. And yet, probably, recently, you clocked your 40s. Or, recently, you clocked your late 30s. Or, recently, you clocked your what? You clocked your late 40s. Or, recently, you clocked your what? You clocked your early 50s. And yet, you're still behaving like a what? Like a child. And yet you're still doing what? You're still behaving like a child. So, let's be, and yet you call yourself a mature adult. And yet you call yourself a mature adult. Or in your family, you are the firstborn. But you're behaving like a what? You're behaving like a child. And remember, the word of God tells us that when I was a child, I thought like a child. But now I'm an adult. Now I think. But now I'm an adult, and now I think. I do not know the exact words. But now I'm an adult. I think like a what? I think like an adult. I do not know the exact words. But then I can just summarize it and say that. But now I'm an adult. I think like a what? I think like a child. I think like an adult. So please, if a young person, for the mature adults, if a young person comes and entrusts you with some information, don't sell him or her. Especially with the Gen Zs. Because we are ever alert. Let me tell you, when a Gen Z sees that he or she has entrusted you as a mature adult with something, then you open up to someone. Then that person tells another person. Then the other person tells another person and another person and another person. Let me tell you, my friend, that Gen Z will never trust you again with anything. That Gen Z will never trust you again with anything. In fact, that Gen Z will be, the Gen Z will be seeing you, but then she's going to be saying hi to you, but then that Gen Z will never come again and make you a special person again in their life. So, better you don't become a mugena. Better you don't become a mugema. Better you don't become a mugema, and better you don't tear that tembo maji. Meaning that better you don't put that trust and you send it away, and you send it to the window. So thank you for listening to me. Do have yourselves a blessed Saturday, and as I normally say, rest is also paramount. So for the people that love to work, why don't you sometime unwind? Why don't you sometime unwind? And after unwinding, you take if you're not going to if you're not going to take yourself, for example, for a vacation, if you're not going to take yourself for a vacation, why don't you take your time and sleep? If you've woken up the whole week early, why don't you take your time and sleep? Yes, because as I told you, this is just a vehicle. This is just a vehicle. So let's make this vehicle, when it tells you that, when this vehicle tells you that it is tired, give it time and rest. So do have yourselves a lovely Saturday. Watch, like, comment, share, and subscribe.